Tonight on Evening Debrief, sweltering temperatures across the United States. The heat, of course, especially hard for those who work outdoors. We'll get potentially life-saving advice from a cardiologist. Extreme heat can be extremely dangerous, so I want to talk about it with my guest, an invasive cardiologist, also the CEO of Bentley Heart in Fort Worth, Texas, Dr. Fahmi Farah, who joins me from Dallas, which is in the middle of its own heat wave. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Well, there's heat and there's this. I mean, the United Kingdom, hottest day on record there in Texas, the Southern Plains out west. There are so many potential issues with extreme heat that we're seeing. What are some of the key things you want people to know about heat this severe?
The main thing I want people to be aware of is heat stroke related to such high levels of temperature that's happening all across the country. With exposure, outdoor exposure to this kind of heat can quickly lead to heat stroke, and that can happen in all age groups, young, fit, and older folks. So what is heat stroke? It's a pretty dangerous condition. It's when your internal body temperature rises above 104 degrees. When that happens, we can quickly sustain damage to internal organs like the kidneys, liver, and even the heart, and can lead to serious conditions like cardiac arrest. So the advice is to avoid being in the heat outdoors for too long, and stay hydrated, stay cool, stay indoors.
Well, you mentioned the dangers. We know that earlier this summer, just outside of Dallas, former Cowboys running back Marion Barber died from heat stroke. He was a professional athlete and only 38 years old. We are turning toward late July. We're going to have a lot of sports heating up, especially football. And as you said, even young people, even people in really good shape, can have serious ramifications from this. So this is something to take really seriously.
Very much so, and that is a tragic example, unfortunately, but I hope that people will pay attention and take lessons from this and try to stay indoors as much as possible. And for those who are required to work outdoors, like our construction workers, we really need to help them. Those who are in charge, we need to be mindful of everybody's safety and put the plans accordingly.
And having 100-degree days where you are is normal for the summertime, but having it hit 100 plus in Great Britain has never happened until today. We know that most people there, I did not know this, don't have air conditioning. What is the most dangerous element of having these heat waves hit so many places at the same time with the new reality of a warming planet? How in the bigger picture will this intense heat affect our lives and the way we live moving forward?
You know, global warming and climate change is very real, and that's one of the most threatening things we have. It's been in the news, a lot of talks about this worldwide. So it's a very real thing, and it is directly related to our health. Definitely heart health. You know, your heart can be affected by such high temperatures. It's almost not sustainable as we're seeing right now. So this is definitely something that we need to work on as a population at a global level. So I hope that everybody will take this issue very seriously, and we need to create the infrastructure and have the proper plans and resources implemented in a timely manner. I think that time is now. We're seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of cities right now are creating a new position called the heat czars to help people, give people advice, the same that you have done for us tonight. So thank you very much for your time and your expertise, cardiologist Dr. Fahmi Farah. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Have a good night.